This is my 2005 Mini Cooper S R52. In the last episode we found out what was going on with the roof. We've now got the bits which should be enough to fix the roof and get the roof working again. I don't have my little helper with me this morning, but let's get cracking and see what we can sort out. If you remember from the last episode, we found that this bit had completely detached here from this bit, which runs in the runners. This is usually the bit, this bit here is usually the bit that breaks, from my understanding, and quite common for people to use JB Weld to reattach it to there. However, this one all looks in good condition, complete with the runners, so we need to get the last of this cable out and get this one in and reattach the roof, and fingers crossed all is good. So with the sunroof motor removed once again, I was able to just tap this down the line and then just pull it straight out. So I believe now I just need to feed this one in. I'm going to grease this side up. I'll apply a little bit of grease on the other side as well, just into the channel. But that should be it in. Then it's reassemble the running arm, reattach the roof bar using here, and then I'm going to give it a go. Fingers crossed it all works. So you can see here the cable runs down this little runner. I've got that in, and this little piece will slide in like a gully just next to it. Then we've got the arm which sits on this top rail here, and it will run on this bottom rail here. I'm going to put a little bit of grease along this top rail and this bottom rail, and probably around here, just to make sure it doesn't catch and snag again. We have quite a bit of progress. You can see the roof bar is back on, the runner is all in. This end piece here was a bit of a pig to get lined up, particularly the main latch. What I found was keeping this screw, and this screw that's up here all loose, allowed that one to go in, and then I tightened everything up afterwards. So now I'm going to put the motor back in the sunroof, manually operate it, make sure it goes to the end and all lines up. What I've done temporarily is sort of take a measurement here and made sure that measurement matches over there. They are within a millimetre, so I'm hopeful that once the motor's back in here, I can manually operate it. If I can get that to go closed, I think it's good then to give, hopefully we can give it a go operating the full roof for the first time since owning this car. Alright, so we have progress in the form that the entire roof is back on. However, I have just realised a grave mistake. I was using this side as correct when I was referencing it, and I saw that these two little divots were underneath this runner. I think this divot needs to be in this top runner here, and then this bottom one goes in there, and that way what happens is as the roof goes back, it will lift up and then it should go through. So at least getting that, I don't think is going to be too much of a pain. I think it's just re-release the roof, remove those end plates, reseat those in the right place, and then fingers crossed we're good to go. Well, that was a bit quicker this time. As you can see, hopefully, now what happens is the roof actually lifts up and away from the rails, which will also stop it getting trapped here. So I've just got to reattach this onto there, push it all forward, so push it forward until it meets this, refit this motor, and then give it another go. we have some progress. The sunroof now opens. However, once you get to that stage, press that again, the windows, it'll unlatch, but then you get flashing red light on here. So I'm not sure what's going on with that bit, but we've got progress. I'm not entirely convinced this is sat right because there's a little tiny gap here across the front. So I might need to do, although this side's looking quite nice, so I think I might need to do a disconnect the motor again and have another go. Well, we were so close. I have a horrible feeling this right arm might be slightly bent. If we, oh, where's it gone? If we just manually operate the roof, if you watch this side, at this point, it doesn't seem to do anything odd. But if we just go back and watch this side, it looks as though it slightly jumps. And I think it may have bent as part of trying to close the roof. So, a bit more thinking required on this one. Is it going to need that right hand mechanism replacing? That is the question. Or do I just try and take it off and bend it a little bit? I don't know. Other than that, we are so close because it just lifts up. I wonder if there's something in the roof. Let me check the roof. Alright, so you can see that side looks like it's sitting quite nicely in the runners there. If we look on this side, this one is sitting slightly proud, and if you look at where the actual runner is here, it's in line with the guide behind it, whereas that one is sat underneath the guide. I can't see anything in the roof here. I don't know if it's this or not. At the moment, that's quite heartbreaking. So close. Well, that's been a bit of a disappointing day. I think that's maybe where we're going to have to end this video. It definitely looks like this is bent out of shape. So I will see if I can get a replacement. See if I can replace it like I did the other side. Now I've got the hang of it, it's not too bad a job, to be fair. But we shall see on that one. If I have ended it here, thank you for watching, and please like, comment, subscribe. If you've even got one of these right hand side cable joints, let me know. If not, I will have a look on eBay and the like and see what I can find from there. Thanks, and see you in the next one. The actual roof works. It's gone down. Happy days. Let's see if it'll go back up.